will not go through glass, just so you know. Well, you should know. That's what I'm trying to teach the guy who uses it every day. But anyway, Big John used to sit in the back in the bar. This is back in the 1970s. And we had the Citadel nearby. So the cadets would come over for a drink after training. And Big John would let them know if they were of age or not to be able to drink. One night he makes two guys mad. They weren't of age. Big John told the bartender. The two guys leave, but they come back the next night. And they steal the cash register out of the front of the building. Big John takes out his 45 and takes one out. Bullet hole is still in the front of the building. The last owner, Paul from Kane Rum Bar, just simply covered it up with a panel. So I can tell you guys this story because I never know how paranormal activity is going to affect people. Last week, somebody couldn't make it all the way through the tour because there was just too much activity. They got a little busy. It was just not a good place for them. So we had to release them from the tour and get them home safe. And we continued without that part of the party. In the event anybody here is not feeling well, please speak up. At least speak up if your partner that's with you is not feeling well. Speak up for them. Okay? Don't be afraid. It's all right. It happens. That's not the first time that's happened either. So I know how I'm going to be affected by tonight's tour. I know what I need to do when I get home. It's fair enough. So the other story that comes out of this, guys, we had a big earthquake here in Charleston. Earthquake, yes, on the East Coast. 1886. It was like an 8 point something on the Richter. The mantling you see here on the side is also wraps around the front. A piece of that mantling fell and struck somebody in the head, and his ghost was seen several times by the previous owner right here on East Bay Street. So just kind of a little bit of tidbit of Charleston history. So, you guys ready to go ghost hunting?
Yeah!
All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Question. I'm just supposed to keep it down?
So that's why we go to that teach and train. So for yours, it's like you start down and you work your way out nice and slow so that way you're not hitting other people's windows, business windows, cars, things like that. So the first couple of places are really good spots for you.
Okay.
And we'll kind of like, if you're getting too far out of range, trust me, me and Lana will speak up.
Okay. Okay.
So let's get everybody wrapped around real quick because there's a couple of spots I like to point out here. What? I saw. I'm getting there. So we did get 2 new words already. Guys, just so you know, I told you this app is meant to be a game and a hoax. When it's sitting at home, and I'm sure you can attest to this, you'll get random words every 5 to 8 minutes or so. We just got 3 words like right in a row. So that just kind of tells me we're going to probably have a pretty solid night. So, and again, I'm not making things up to try to make it exciting. I'll tell you when I'm excited. The Crew Cafe, the white building behind you, is haunted. They've asked me to come do a full investigation. So I've walked through with the EMF detector just to kind of get a feel for it. I did get a reading upstairs. I will do a full investigation hopefully later this summer. Obviously COVID got in the way of things. But that used to be a slave home. So it's an expanded slave home, obviously with the second story in the back of the house. But slave homes did not have addresses, so it's really hard for me to find titles and deeds and those kind of things. So I'm really having a hard time with the research on that one. There's so many different places right now that have all the access. Also, the stop sign right past the cafe, Revolutionary War, we're 1 block away from the water. You have to remember Charleston, our edges were man-made. So back in the colonial Revolutionary War time, we were a lot closer to the water right now. Revolutionary War ship comes up, and it lands right there at the stop sign. They found pieces of it, but there's no deaths and tragedies, nothing haunted, nothing crazy there. Just little tidbit at Charleston history that we take part. So where we're standing, this is the red barn where they keep the horses for the carriages. Yes, I know. I got all kinds of
Lots of them, yeah.
weird. So let's see what you got, and I'll tell you what
Tall,
I got.
anger, helpless, comfort, temperature.
Okay, and we're getting names like crazy. Mary, Michael, whatever, Pete, Pet, Credit, and Punchins. So we're already getting like a lot of words from the start.
Oh, yeah, we got a David.
We had David here a couple nights ago. That'll be interesting. And it's obvious. Another thing that's been weird is I've been getting a lot of activity from Big John's. Like I actually had one of his teammates, and it was weird because we didn't know what the word meant at the time. But the next morning I looked it up, and Skip was a teammate of Big John when he was on the Giants. They were drafted 1 year apart. So it's kind of one of those weird, like, oh my God, we actually have But this red barn is the same red barn that kept the horses that used to deliver milk. Those of you with razors, please keep them out of the windows of the red barn. It's going to spook the horses. Spirit boxes can go pretty high here. Your EMF, what you usually do is start right where you're standing. Sometimes it waits till we're all the way at the end. So whenever you guys get a high EMF, we all need to pay attention. So you guys literally need to stop and kind of show us what's happening with that EMF. And again, you're looking for erraticism. You don't want a pulse. There's nothing in this lot that would actually make that EMF go crazy. So we're walking on a sewer line. There's no electrical lines underneath. There's a couple of way above us, but not enough to actually influence that. But your spirit boxes, and as far as your camera goes, just nice slow sweeps all the way around. I will tell you, for some weird reason, last night the wall right past that palmetto tree, we actually had looked like somebody flashed their grid pen on it, and we had weird waves coming. Nobody was quick enough with their camera before it actually could be caught, but we all witnessed it. It was nuts. So I'm going to be looking for things like that again. But again, we're going to kind of bounce around with you guys.
Is there a drain?
We're kind of on the same page, and when we find hot spots, please speak up so we can all hear and
in front of that brook?
gather around and get close to try to capture them. All right, so spirit box is up. Let's see what we can find out. I also got the word productive on mine. Did you get anything yet?
Ella.
Ella?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
Here we go. Oh. Already going crazy.
You see anything over there?
So go ahead and lay it flat so we can kind of all see what's happening. Just got a little bit of orange. Let's see if we can find some red. Let's keep walking around us and see when you find some red.
There you go.
Right there. Here's some red.
Red.
Right here.
So also with your grid pens, it's as still as possible, just like what you just had it. So nice and slow, because I mean, if you're waving that thing around and twirling it, you're not
Alright.
going to capture it.
Getting some dark orange.
I
Good.
just got the word arrived.
Good deal.
They've
I just got
arrived.
the word me. So, I try to like stay away from the other spirit boxes, so that way nothing interferes with the audio. So for those of you that are listening, who's got the red spirit box?
I do. I have it.
Just enough to where you can hear it yourself. It'll record it.
What are we looking for? What temperature?
But
Blue.
the word instrument.
See the red and orange? That's the heat. So when
I'm
you
actually
shoot
going to
this,
turn mine up and kind of walk around.
that's
see if
going
I
to
can
tell
get
the
some
degrees
good
where the dots
advantage.
shoot.
Right.
So you guys can-
So now we go to the red. See how it's gonna rise? Now we go to the blue where it's cooler. It'll show a lower temperature. 80s. So the blue is cooler, the red and orange is hotter. What we want to see is
It's going crazy right
what we want to see
What
is
about the blue in front of her?
that's her shirt.
Oh, yes. Right.
We want to see cooler things. We just want to see a cooler shadow.
This is a sewer line. There's no like electrical wires.
Get it. Please hold on.
See like that spot right there? Oh, that's our first.
I took it from him. I want to see if we can do it again. That's what all this research is about, and what can I can recreate.
There's thing red.
That's a good thing, because this is an area I was taught last night. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit and find it where if anybody has questions. What do I have here with me? help you out. You better see for yourself. What color are the dots on the wall?
Make yourself known.
There you go.
Make yourself known. Show yourself.
For those of you with shared watches, just like to ask questions, make sure you give them time to ask any questions.
Make yourself known.
I was like,
Yeah, I try to stay away from the end. Tell me what color dots are on the wall. I'll be interested to hear your audio that you're talking about. You know, that way I can kind of get a gist. I mean, I'm still learning about that thing. I've had it for about a month and a half now. And I've just been watching a bunch of videos, watching our own, you know, and catching things here and there.
I started out with one of the dealerships using it on engines to find dead cylinders and
Yeah.
like bad spots in the exhaust system.
Sure.
And that's where I did a lot of work with these. And then I got it for houses and stuff.
Right.
Great. I use it on walls and pipes and electrical wires and find hot wires, dead
Yeah.
wires.
I mean, basically everything in the kit is relatively inexpensive. And then I told the wife, I need to blow a couple $100 on this camera. And she's just like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. We're doing pretty well with the tours. We need to ramp it up a little bit.
Yep.
So,
Under 7. Should people flash off or?
All depends what lighting you got. Sometimes on, sometimes off.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask if the steering whether all of the lights they all went crazy?
the next place that we go to, trust me, you're going to have classes.
Oh, right.
So what we can do too is you can actually ask if it's going nuts, and it's you can't really, it's just going red. You can ask the spirit to step away and maybe go green. So that's a form of communication too. So you can actually do that. Ask them to move away and maybe go green.
Anything, babe?
No, nothing.
She had David on the spirit box. I had it David here a few nights ago.
No, I think there's just too much commotion with the business, cars, people, the fan right there. Oh shit, see it?
No, that's a like, no.
Oh.
It's like dust kind of there, but like super fast.
I'm not picking up anything on this. Wait, come here. See that white dot right there? There's two of them now. Take a picture of it. Oh, that's lighting from the streetlights. Yeah, streetlights on a nice block. Yeah, we don't have anything going on there.
Gather everybody up. Now that we got kind of a good gist of actually any questions on how your gadgets work. Awesome thing. Questions on how your gadgets work we actually caught so far, and I know it's kind of hard to hear the spirit box, especially if you don't have the trained ear for it. I definitely think you have the grid pen thing down, which is good. She's definitely got the right voice for that. We have obviously somebody professional running the thermal. We don't have any questions there. You've already heard David. We also had David on your spirit box, which is awesome. So we have a double David. I will double check on that football team between the years that Big John was here and see if I can actually make a match. Yeah, right? I know.
Oh, nice.
So, I did get an answer about the dots and the squares. So, when I asked, can you tell me what color the dots are? I got a green. And then I asked the color of the squares and got an immediate red. So it took me a while to get to the green, but then I definitely got a red right out. So we'll put that marker on your audio for you so that way you guys know exactly where to go. Alright, so the next spot is actually some Charleston history. Very important to Charleston. So have you guys taken regular Charleston tours? Not haunted? Yeah. Okay, so you guys know a little bit about plantations, about Charleston? Alright, well you're going to learn a lot more. Alright, let's take a walk. We're not going for it.
That's where the good stuff is. They paid different.
They did. I know. Especially
Yeah,
this
where
particular
are the
location.
cemeteries at?
So this, guys, is actually the Pinckney Mansion site. Obviously, it's a parking lot now, but this is where Charles and Eliza lived. So their mansion was in the front. Eliza's garden was lined up with that blue dumpster past the trucks, and then the slave homes were back here where I'm standing. So who are Charles and Eliza Pinckney? Charles, well, first off, their son Charles Coatsworth and their nephew Charles. Yes, there's three Charles I just mentioned. So the son and the cousin were signers of our U.S. Constitution. I'm not a political guy. We're going to talk about Eliza. But I talk about, hey, they signed the Constitution. Super cool. It's 4th of July.
Throw it out there.
We'll make it up. We'll make it right. But Eliza was actually, she married Charles to stay here in the States. Her daddy was sick over in England. He wanted her home. She said no. She married Charles. She stays here in the States. So what happens after that? Daddy gets better. They make amends. Dad starts sending plants over because she's a botanist. She loves plants. One of those plants was indigo. Your indigo crops for Charleston that saved us after the rice plantations went downhill started right where you're standing. Literally. Super cool for Charleston. So indigo is actually makes blue dye that makes your blue jeans blue. Very, very simple. We still use it today. So not only did she start the plants here, but she's also the businesswoman that sold it overseas, is what really saved Charleston economically. So it's a huge deal. We're talking 1750s to late 1700s when all that went down. So a couple things about Eliza that you can ask your spirit boxes. This, if I were to actually have, I get things about garden all the time in here. I just got the word soil. Last night I had the word garden. I think 2 nights ago I had plant. kind of gives you a gist of Eliza coming through already. You can show her the light trick afterwards. But a couple things. Eliza, Lucas Pinckney, was the second wife named Eliza, back to back, of Charles. So you can ask, how many wives named Eliza did Charles have? And they'll give you a number. You can ask how many people are in our group tonight. Eliza loves to just chat. Sometimes she'll tell you who she brings along. Last night we actually got the name as soon as we walked in. I've been trying to tell her to give me, she had 4 children, 3 sons, 1 daughter, and trying to tell her because the daughter's obviously significant because she's the only one for the past few nights. And as soon as I walked in here last night, she gives me the name. So it was kind of okay. So you guys need to find out what their kids' names were. Okay, that's kind of your homework assignment while we're here. So this is a weird. Go ahead, Lana. Tell us about the light behind 5 Church Street.
So sometimes it's like completely on, and other times it's completely off. But when it's blinking like that, usually it will line up almost perfectly with your EMF.
So if she actually,
if you were to hold it up in the center,
Blank is the same.
yep, it's the same energy.
yeah, you can
So we've
almost
tested.
see that it's like at the same time.
So it's usually one of the first things I look for as we're walking over here to see if we got a
What?
blinking light. Because like she said, sometimes it's on, sometimes it's not.
Right.
But if she actually holds it up like she's going to take a selfie, you can actually, and you have it in your peripheral vision, like it almost lines up like frame by frame. Like it's literally 2 milliframes apart. So we've tested it several times, and it doesn't always have the same type of flicker, like the same rhythmic pattern. I mean, that's obviously going to give out a burst of light higher than the rest every once in a while. It's the same principle. So when it does that, it's going to give off a little bit of higher than orange, so forth and so on. But super cool little trick that we've noticed while we've been here. We actually had one of our guests notice that, which was awesome. All right, so grid pens, let's try to stay away from, don't go above the walls that are lined up around the lot. We're going to stay away from the trailer because sometimes we have trouble with homeless and they like to hang out back there. I don't want to disturb them. We didn't know that they were back there one night. Somebody caught them on the thermal camera. They said, what's that orange thing? I'm like, oh, that's somebody sleeping. Stay away from them. Let's go. So also, we will create little wind pockets in this area. So the corners will create wind pockets, and right up the center will get wind pockets. So we don't want to get super excited when we have cold spots there, but we do want to start gauging temperatures all over. But just try not to shoot the buildings around you with the infrared. Just try to stay within the lot. But that's kind of like the gist. I mean, really talk to your spirit boxes here. I mean, you're going to get some answers. It's almost a guarantee in here.
Awesome.
This place has only let me down twice, where I literally walked in, had no EMF, and had nothing else happen. Twice in a year. So that kind of tells you that it's legit, because it does not happen sometimes, but we're already getting EMFs and the lights flickering. So
Right off the bat.
what's that? All right, so let's walk around and see what we capture. Again, let's ask questions away. And you guys can ask questions too. Obviously, you know how to use your
I got
spirit box.
Kathy's a cousin.
Kathy is a cousin.
I got Kathy then cousin.
That's interesting. I can definitely look that up. I don't know that for sure. I'm not going to make up a fact for you to make it so. So I'll verify it if I have to. But by all means, you can capture audio with the camera if you ask questions, and we just might hear it later.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely makes sense.
What do you say the other day?
Nothing.
That's
Just
flash.
fluctuations in the coolness, because the angle of the camera,
That's the jar reflection.
when you move the angle of the camera, it fluctuates so much. It's hard to really tell in a parking lot, because the ground's so hot. Car tires are still hot that we're just driving.
Yes. So why don't you see if
Heat
you can
from
get
other
her to
buildings,
step
there's
away
so much
from her, and I'm
interference.
going to find out who else we have here.
If you are standing in front of this device, could you step further away from it and make it go to green?
Like you can see the heat trapped under that truck right there,
She can
on the
up.
pavement.
Yeah. Check this ball.
Here, step away from this device and make it go to green.
We need to take this to the graveyard for a little while. That's where we gotta go. Way too much interference with other buildings. cars driving by, things like that.
Can you tell me how that happened?
If we did see anything on here, that's the light from that headlight right there. See? Yeah, we're not going to catch nothing here.
I'm already below 10%. My phone's not gonna last.
No, just use mine.
You know I got that app. I'm using yours for the pictures.
Okay. Hey, the picture shows up. How do you unfreeze his phone?
Let's go again.
So the top number measures humidity, just so you know. It's the bottom.
Numbers on there? Oh, the screen's not. I think your edge. London. The screen's frozen.
I honestly don't know.
If you're talking about your son that died, tell me
I'm
what
gonna go get. Are you mad that we're here?
frozen?
That's a little weird. Still recording, but it's frozen. It just froze up.
So let's go ahead and stop it for now. If it'll allow us.